Okay, it's July 21st, 2008. I just want to make some comments about what's happening in the economy, specifically with respect to the cost of energy, specifically gasoline. I watched a documentary earlier today titled "What Happens to the Electric Car." Apparently there was some development done in the early 2000s by GM, something called an EV1. Anyway, it appeared to be a pretty successful vehicle. Granted, they had some improvements they needed to make on the vehicle, but a lot of that improvement, as I understood the documentary at least, has occurred as far as improvement in battery technology, which goes to the issue of improving the range of the vehicle before it has to be recharged. Seems like there's a lot of opportunity in our society today to start moving our economy away from, at a minimum, fossil-based fuels that we import. Probably the ideal scenario would be to move away from fossil-based fuels altogether, but I think there's some opportunities in coal, at least, to that we have a lot here in our own country, that we, with clean burning coal technology, theoretically at least, can convert that coal into a synthetic gas and use that gas to generate electricity and capture and sequester the carbon output. So anyway, those are things I think we need to be pursuing, and the way for that to happen is I think government has to lead the way. Can you rely on the free market system? Yeah, you can, but I think it'll take longer to get to where we need to be. I think that we need leadership to see the long-term prospect for continuing to consume fossil fuels and oil specifically is not good, and that we should start converting our economy sooner rather than later. Al Gore just recently gave a speech about getting there in 10 years. One of my work peers, who was a former oil executive, thought that was terrible because there's no way you can do it in 10 years. He said 50 maybe. And maybe there's probably the truth somewhere between those two extremes, I don't know. But the point that I think is important is that we start moving in that direction, and that we have our leadership, and we as consumers take what action we can to start making that happen wherever we can. I know in my personal household, we're not going to be in a position to purchase another vehicle until 2009, and that, of course, is contingent upon the mayor who I work for getting reelected, so I'm not worried about losing my job. But the tentative plan, assuming we can afford it at that time, is to purchase an electric vehicle or a hybrid. Because I know we can afford a hybrid Prius, but what I'd like to get is a plug-in vehicle, electric exclusive, that Ron and I would both use to commute back and forth to work as much as we can, have a gas vehicle for longer trips when we need it, and eventually convert that gas vehicle to a hybrid vehicle. So anyway, those are some things that we want to do. But I guess if I post this video at someplace like YouTube, which is what I'm thinking, I want to challenge the American people to do what you can. I will say this, that I think since the weather's gotten better, I've been riding my bike to work when I work, when I have to go to work, and I'm conservatively guessing that we've reduced our gasoline consumption by 25%. I think if every American could reduce on an average, as a country could reduce our gasoline consumption by 25%, I think that'd be huge, and have a huge impact on how much money we spend and give the oil companies. And help us make this transition, because it is going to take time to make the transition from an economy that we have today, energy-based economy that we have today, to a renewable economy. But we need to make that effort, and we need to start that and move in that direction with much greater effort from a societal perspective than I think that we have today. So anyway, that's all I want to say for now. Good luck. Do what you can to conserve and reduce your consumption of energy. We've got pretty much all of our bulbs in the house now are fluorescents, so we're doing what we can.